Thank you for joining me today. Excuse this cord. I wanted to get the microphone close because I usually talk fairly quietly, and this will give a much better sound quality, I think. I'm not used to talking on video. This is actually going to be the very first video I've ever loaded to YouTube, but my intention with it is to share my psychedelic experience I had 5 days ago. Because I journaled it, and I thought, well, maybe it might be helpful to somebody else who is wondering if it will be beneficial for them, or wasn't sure how it was going to affect them. However, I think that's pretty individual, the experiences people have on psychedelics. I think it definitely, there's a factor to have their own persona that comes into play. It's hard to say, when you're speaking for yourself, but yeah, so I recorded or journaled all this on my phone for the most part. I mean, there'd be times when I'd be laying flat, eyes closed, and then I would sit up and journal it. I just wanted to document it, and I'm glad I did, actually, because I've looked at this, what I wrote, every single morning I've woken up since, because even 5 days later, I feel quite a sense of continued well-being. I mean, I'm usually feel pretty good anyway, because I've done a lot of work in my life to just get rid of all the bullshit. Bad habits, bad ways of thinking of life, bad emotions, really. Just hone them. Just do away with everything you don't want in your life, really, right? So I've done a lot of that homework to begin with. But nonetheless, to be able to review what I wrote has been so helpful. It seems to bring me right back there that day, 5 days ago. And so now I'll share that with you in case, it does provide some assistance to somebody else. So, pardon it. It'd be nice to have a teleprompter or something right now, so I'll have to kind of play with my phone here. But so I started off the journey by not really eating any solid food for 3 hours. I did have my morning smoothie, and I mixed up the psilocybin, which was a P.Envy. I started off with 4 grams, not knowing, I need to test it. I need to test the potency. I've heard 5 is pretty strong for people. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds, by the way. So, a person's weight and metabolism probably comes into play a little bit. And so I'll start now. So within 15 minutes, starting to feel a little something. I had mixed it with, I just blended it up and, dry powder, just powderized it and mixed it with some almond milk, really, and just downed it with the almond milk. That's how I consumed it. So within 30 minutes, I was salivating just a little bit. The eyesight was enhanced. I was getting body tingles. Those were starting. I was getting the feeling I could start to focus very intently on things. And there was just an ever slight feeling of nausea, which I think is normal from the digestion of, just some of the mushroom itself. I believe that's a standard feeling. And I started to have the feeling I need to sit. So I knew it was important to relax and breathe through the onset of the waves. And I was really welcoming all aspects of this journey. There wasn't a part of me that was a bit fearful. I mean, I'm not a novice in these, but I had not partaken since I was in my early 20s, and I'm 48 now. So 40 minutes in, I could feel my throat begin to tighten and numb a little bit. There's actually a slight sexual arousal. It was more like the energy playing through the chakras or energy centers a little bit, and I could feel it just move down, and felt like the energy was dancing, in my groin a little bit. My eyesight was a bit sluggish, but intensely enhanced. Strong sense of well-being. After about 45 minutes, I wrote here, sensory unifying waves and connection to physical objects. Losing the distinction of a self and other things. Nearly overwhelming body sensations of pulsing vibration. 50 minutes, starting to see the wood grain move, come alive. Body unification coming stronger. Oh, that was unfortunate. Sensing lights in the head, almost behind the consciousness or from within. Just watching the movie, I felt like, I've experienced this before and I do actually on a daily basis, honestly, where you feel like you're an actor in a movie. And that comes on much stronger with psychedelics. Breathe deeply. It is your lasting connection. It will and cannot be broken. This is more a reminder to myself. 1 hour in, it was definitely strong. I started the music. It was a video I found on YouTube actually called Mellow Psychedelic Journey, I believe. It was, I looked at a lot of different music and videos on there for the psychedelic experience, and this is definitely the one I attuned to. It wasn't, it was electronic, but it was soothing electronic, I should say. It wasn't like any kind of dance music whatsoever. Anyway, nice, I wrote, feeling nice. Only very slight nausea, infrequently. All sensory input very uniform. Could melt a little. Laying on couch feels wonderful. Slowly letting it take over the body. Let it take over. Feeling fantastic. Oppose nothing. Fight nothing. Love it deeply. Release. Smile. Learn the feeling of deep connection to consciousness. Frontal lobe sensations pulsing. Around the eyes too. Numbness, melting. 75 minutes in. Stronger numbness in throat but clear breathing. Tingles in face, enjoyable. Hard to keep the eyes open. First yawns. Inhibitions gone. 3D visual sensations much stronger. Feeling the sounds. 90 minutes in, deep yawn. Deep melting feeling. Body melting away. Gentle intensity around the eyes. Waves of sensual pleasure. Very slight sexual arousal. Barriers breaking down. Feeling in touch with the universe more and more. Feels like mind and body merging. Face dissolving. Momentary let up. Like a little break. And then deep waves again. 105 minutes. Love washes over me. Deep, closed eye visuals. Body almost totally melted into the background. Couch and body merged. Compelled to close eyes and go within. Deeply. More very delicate, playful vibrations throughout. There's a let up. And then deep waves washing over. Desire to go deeper. A little hungry, but I will not eat. It's a temptation and a reminder to breathe deeply. Tighten my solar plexus. Change music. Feeling the difference deeply. Sound washes over, stimulating everything. Let any traumas melt away. Let it all go. Let everything be taken. Holding on to anything is problematic. Let the universe pour through you and hold on to none of it. Maximum level attained at 4 ounces, I feel. Waves are not getting stronger, but still very deep. I decided to take another 3 grams, and this is about 2 hours in. Original 4 grams peaked and almost vanished clean. Desire to eat strong, resisting. 15 minutes later, coming on strong. No matter how far you travel, I've traveled farther. All will be well. Decided to search YouTube for that. Gabe Dixon popped up, a musician with a video titled All Will Be Well. I listened. Fantastic. Go deeper. I can feel how the universe caused the inspiration. Musicians can sometimes convey the depth of their journey. Feeling the white aura. Absolutely lovely. Plateau again. What it feels like to be Jesus for a day. Pure radiance. Pouring. My cat comes over. I pet him. So sensual, luxurious, simple. Feel the simplicity deeply. Feeling like Jesus, and that's okay. You only want to give. You need nothing. Need nothing. Give all. Go deeper. Vibration heals it all. Pure, unadulterated love. A love with no need. Love with no need. Pure. Make it all deeply pure. Have the times changed? Has the method of message delivery altered? To carry humanity deeper as a result of Jesus' purification of global accumulation due to humanity's misuse of free will. Feels like fractals, following a thought, fractal into itself. Feel glorious. Feel it heal everything without need, because you are. Love with no need. Wow. Is it really that simple? I'm Googling it. Nothing there. I feel like I need to go deeper. Is 7 grams really not enough to even make me relent? Smiley face. An idea dawns. Live tripping. Twitch? Camera perspective of my living room. Afternoon light filtering through palms. Glass and the name. Actually, the afternoon light filters through the palms and glass. And the name escapes me, I write. That's okay. I still feel like Jesus, but maybe I should go deeper. So lovely. We are worth it. Feel your inheritance from on high. Time to go. Another 3 grams, all for science. Deeper perspective, without need, because I am. The method of message delivery. Convey it all in your daily presence. Silent, loving, still, not needing. Maybe my book title. Genuine. Be genuine. I love that word. Why does it feel so fantastic? Okay, enough delay. Taking the 3G more now. I had gotten up and waited, but so many marvelous thoughts kept arising. I'm considering how my wife will react if my demeanor is drastically different when she returns. She's on a trip of her own, out of state. LOL. Sounds funny now that I typed it. It will be okay. All will be well. That's the theme of my journey today, because it is. I feel it so deeply, so therefore it is. 3G again. Might not be enough, considering. Looked at Twitch, had an idea. Has the method of delivery changed? All will be well. I cannot be wrong about that, right? Is the world ready? I can almost feel how an eternal stream of goodness might not get boring, just giving for eternity, leading creation further, furthering love, without need. What if the entire population of a country felt like this way? At once, I so command it. I smile deeply, feel my eyes crinkle at the corner, breathe so deeply, feel so healthy, complete, without any need. I wonder if others will understand this deeply. Others are just like myself, same potential, limitless. So sure, they will get it. I smile again, deeply. I love that word for some reason. I look at my cat, so content, resting. Okay, going deeper now. The stream of thought keeps distracting me. Is another 3G enough? I'm thinking 5G. 5G it is. Slight hesitancy, but committed. The science is too good. LOL. Honestly, this isn't what I was expecting. This all started with me deeply considering whether to be a psychedelic guide or not, to remind myself what their journey may be like. I have not tried psychedelics since a long night in Arizona, in the desert, late at night. I was 23. It was peyote. Around 100 were present. Native. A resonant voice told me back then. It spoke to my soul, not to the ears, to the soul. No longer do you require these substances. I remember deeply. I only partook rarely to begin with. But I had gone very deep, very early in my youth. Completely sober in my quest. It all started when I was 15. I was having a hard time. I was not understanding how humanity treated each other so awful. It felt bad. I remember, but without any feelings at all now. It was an experience in my youth, a step on the journey of remembering what cannot really be forgotten. Why am I enjoying following these trains of thought so completely? Is this how I write my book? Spending quality time with fungi in my living room? Enjoying the filtered light of floor-to-ceiling glass, looking out onto the courtyard. Greens, reds, whites. Lovely mid-century couch with a lazy cat upon it. Elegant hammered steel and glass table light. I appreciate what's here. That is good. That is right. Appreciate. Grateful. Without need. No ownership. I feel the first slight waves of the next 5G start. Being honest feels so good. That cannot be overstated. With oneself. Know thyself. I remember. So freeing. This journey today started at 11:30. It's now 5:10 p.m. 6 hours, 12 grams, going deeper. It's easy to love. Really, couldn't be simpler. Without need, to love without any thought of the body or another's body. That's real, genuine, and it's only the beginning. The body is just a suit of clothing, temporary for a purpose, divinely inspired and built, purposefully for a specific purpose, to house an eternal consciousness, temporarily, since it made a decision to be a keeper. Just another duty amongst duties being carried out by all of creation. But this one is of supreme responsibility. To be a keeper of free will is your duty. Divine, eternal, you made the choice to serve creation in this capacity. Remember deeply, graduate from this classroom. It's just a classroom. Its effects are not known in other parts of creation. Cannot be really. There is only perfection. Can anything other than perfection be known to itself? Of course not. Don't be silly. But think deeply. Feel it. Listen only to that which stirs your very soul. Only that voice is true. The quiet voice of resounding strength. Remember the original love. Oneness. Deeply. It's hard to shut out all the madness humanity has heaped upon itself. We all know, through many lifetimes, it accumulated. Got to clean it up. Just another duty of being here amongst brethren. We will. Time isn't really important. We've all been here before. Here it comes. 5:30 p.m. Waves. I just reviewed my thoughts on the day's events. Absolutely fantastic. Really. I couldn't agree more with all that's been conveyed thus far. Deeply, I breathe, lest we forget. LOL. I am ready. Sunset is on the horizon. I feel it. I shall go have a brief conversation with Sun, because we have always done this. Civilization after civilization, showing gratitude to brethren Sun, older, leading, showing us how it's done when we stop forgetting or being distracted. Remember, accept your inheritance. You made the choice. Just feel fantastic and share it. Not too difficult, really. Laughing feels so good. Nothing feels better than a deep laugh that's directly tied to a universal understanding that was just remembered. Try it. Not to take the seriousness of one's eternal duty too lightly, though. Careful. Smiling. Breathe. Feel the universe move with each breath. It's expecting it all the time. Sometimes I forget to breathe. Then I remember. I have no need to remember that. That thing only. Seems natural, right? Is this even open to debate? Feels like it is, once in a while. Smile. Remembering Brother Jesus stops my snickering at universal self for a moment, but just for a moment. I wasn't expecting I would laugh at myself so much today, but it's pleasant. I hope you can do that with me today, for yourself. Remember, for the others, for all eternity, lest you forget, like you have been. It was all part of the plan. It still is. Was a good plan. It still is. For all eternity. Devised so the children will always awaken, eventually. Here it comes. Jesus didn't write anything down, or ask others to, for a reason. Remember, What happens to oral traditions always does throughout history. Remember, seek and ye shall find. You were there. So was I. I remember now. My life experiences have compelled me to, because I listened deeply. Research Joan of Arc. Mark Twain did. He remembered. So can you. Joan of Arc did. She tried to show us. She did. It wasn't forgotten. Twain remembers. He felt it through and through. Remembered. Wrote about it. Pretty good, too. Oh, waves of love and laughter. Gratitude for those brethren from before, with us now, showing us the way. See, we all remember, sometimes slowly, but now you remember. It's now a duty to not get distracted again by too much of anything. Moderation in all things. Just a little, here and there, always in control. But who is really in control? Just the universe allowing itself a brief smile at the expense of itself. You see, I remember. Deeply. Now, I shall never forget again. That was the plan. It still is. And as you know and come to expect, do I have to say it? Divine plan it is. We have had so many great brethren come back to light our way, dark path and all. So dark, temporary. The darkness only obscures. They got through. Harder times back then. Jesus hadn't made the choice for a final embodiment just yet. They came before his greatness. It was deeply necessary. So many of eternity's children slumber. But it's okay. Always was. Shall be, to the end, which can't happen. An end, that is. Wouldn't want it to. Too much love to give still. Just like the sun. It hasn't forgot. We should be so fortunate. Still are. Deeply. Sun and I share a wink. Always have. Good friend to have. Just a bit older than I, but I'm coming on fast. Sun should watch out, but sun doesn't have to. There's always room, with welcoming arms from all, like it never happened. We share a laugh. But remember business, love's business. Lest we forget again to breathe and love and share it. No matter how far you've gone, I've gone farther because I remember, chose to, easy like that. I even borrowed the effort it took, smart like that. Learn from those before me, just like they wanted. Love remembers like that, without need, no struggle. Thank God for that. No, really. Oh, I said it. But remember now. But you remember now. So it's okay. I smile. Really. That was the plan. Original and all. Fantastic. We have been told, anyhow. Remains to be seen. But it shall. Good story. Always was. Still happening. Might continue a while. Hope it does. So much love. So little time. Stones all over the earth remember those times. Former glories. Story needs telling. Former children from before who slumbered. They chose to remember whole societies and show us how magnificent we can be. I'm going to scroll back up now. Forgot already, a thing we came up with today. I remember it made me smile. That's what smiles are for, really. Try it. Helps us awaken each other. Okay, scrolling up now, for real this time. So much easier this time. Oh yeah, all will be well. I still like it. Something true about it. Something inside me knows this. Expect it. I kind of want to make it a slogan. Wear it proud. Like I woke up. Want others to join me here. Always room. Open invitation. Stop by. Anytime. Old acquaintances have been known to gather here. Once in a long while. All travelers gotta pull up sometime. Refuel. Like we never forgot. Does it get old? Hopefully not. Hope you're with me on this. Really. Spread the word. Please. Patience goes a long ways. We remember. Never let us down yet. These inside jokes feel so good. Moment of self-reflection. Feels okay still to continue. Where was I? Oh yes, I mentioned some stones. All over the place. Funny how that happened. Like people all over the world thought deeply on it. Wasn't too hard, really. Makes sense. Stands the test of time. Tells a story through long periods of time. How could such large stones be moved or shaped? Like they melted there. Nice polygonal walls. Still there. Showing us. Stones have been known to do that. Long story. Still good. My cat stretched. I will take the liberty in translation here as possible approval. Been known to agree. It's quite possible, I realized, like a nagging sensation that was back there, that I've gone as far as possible today. A bit surprised, really. I was expecting a bit more. 5 grams, third dose and all, 7 p.m. now. Sunset tapering. Light never goes off, really. Thank goodness. We've seen what happens to those that think so. Don't like pointing fingers like I wasn't there just yesterday. Some said it was an innocent mistake. Mistakes happen. Rather frequently sometimes. Appallingly so. Course corrections can fix this. Been told. I listened. In my heart. You can too. I remember for you. We can do that. Stands the test of time. Like it never happened. It's good like that. I somehow feel others may agree with me. Wasn't my doing, so I don't take responsibility. Better that way. In case, Cat moved in. Anticipated it, really. Dark fur. Been a long time since I touched anything. Pretty good. Still feels okay. He agrees. Moves off languidly. Maybe it's a good trait. Be languid. Not sure just yet. Putting it on back burner for now, with the other things. There's room. Haven't worried yet. Learned not to a ways back now. It feels like lifetimes. Sometimes something clicks inside. A little differently than last time. It's okay. The mistakes were most likely made by somebody you know. Funny how you always know. Feels pretty good, right? Almost like it was planned. Just remembered to breathe. I still got it. Memories can sneak up on you occasionally, and I appreciate that deeply, like it was just yesterday. Food is almost appealing. I remember a moment a few decades back when I forgot what eating felt like. I was sharing a meal with my benefactor in Mexico after having my first glimpse of reality. It was a stunning moment, really. Being shown how much I forgot. Changed me forever, like a rebirth. Such completeness. Not sure it's a word. Running with it. Maybe using it as a noun is what's throwing me off. Returning to the normalcy of the body was shocking, but pleasant though. Took a little time. Looked at the silverware in front of me. Was enthralled for a bit as it dawned on me I actually had to eat again. It was okay. Felt novel. I was also okay with whatever the pill the divine had just slipped me. Food was served. They knew just how I liked it. No meat, just veggies. Props to my nature spirit brethren. Every bite felt like the first time ever eating. Such a novel surprise. Did we learn from fungi that we invited here today? Sometimes you need to read between the lines. Always choose that which the heart knows is correct. It stands the test of time. Always has. Lest we slip. We recovered rather quickly. At least it feels that way anyhow. Hard to know for sure when you're still trying to discern the importance of time. It's sitting on the back burner. That place where everything eventually gets figured out. No hurry. Breathing. Loving. Without need. Still enjoying it. Like a favorite pastime. Okay, going to eat something. Cat went out. Crickets chirping. Nice, the door is ajar. Just enough. Welcoming. Afternoon started with 4 grams of potent fungi I can't seem to remember the name of. It'll come back to me. Always does. With all those other things. Took a couple bites of amazing sandwich. Homemade hummus, sprouted bread toasted just right, broccoli sprouts, huge ball of them. Little veganese. The sprouts are grown by a young woman and her family. I buy them at farmer's market. They are grown with love. I can feel it. They last almost 3 weeks. Unheard of. If you've ever bought sprouts at the store, you'll know just what I mean. Got to bounce back from the little disappointments, though. A little stronger, and a little wiser. I've gone far enough today. Decision decisively made just now. Feels right, even after deep consideration. P.Envy. How in the world did I forget those 2 words together? Started with 4 grams of PE. Took another 3 grams 2 hours later. Was certain I was standing at the threshold and needed to go further. Felt right. No regrets. 5 hours in from original dose, decided to take an additional 5 grams. I was a bit surprised how mild that was. No music was playing. Was entirely focused on typing my train of thought. I felt the first waves of the 5 grams come on in 15 minutes after taking it, but seemed to reside in the background. Too busy typing, I guess. To document this was my choice today. It's okay. Still a good day. Thinking about making a second sandwich. Then reviewing whole afternoon from the start. No new revelations today for me. Wasn't expecting any. I'd been shown so much long ago. But there was certainly a moment where a deep connection to the historical memory of the fungi was felt. All history of the planet. Things it's been a part of. It's in me now. A little stronger. Just enough. A shower sounds nice. I remember a shaman ending my peyote ceremony with a blessing in his native tongue. dipping an eagle feather in a gourd of water and flinging it upon my face at sunrise. That was an intense night. First time having mind-to-mind thought transfer with my co-pilot. No idea how I decided I should drive 4 of us home 7 hours after that night. But clear as day, I heard my brother next to me, inner thought, just as if he spoke the words aloud. Confirmed it with him too. He was mildly shocked. Just another confirmation that I think we're on the right track. At least it feels so. I keep telling myself that anyhow. No matter. I'm showering now. Thank you.